is one of the something that I haven't seen other people say. Jag, that court date on the 13th, that's not going to happen anymore. She's already recognized as being incompetent, and that's what her court date was for. Now that we know that she's incompetent, there's not going to be no court date on the 13th. A lot of people don't know is that when you're in these kind of situations, your lawyer is working behind the scenes, trying to work on things, trying to get you out of jail and, do whatever to help you, assist you with your case, right? So they're already on the move, already trying to resolve everything while you got Jag, saying whatever. They're already making moves behind the scenes. And most of the communication is through email. Those dates, as far as the court dates, they're like placeholders. You know what I mean? What's up, Black Panthers? Thank you for coming. Thank you. They're like placeholders. So when you have just placeholders there, the court, it's kind of like when you get a speeding ticket, right? What's up, Roxy Lady Lounge? When you get a speeding ticket, they give you a court date or whatever, right? But you can honestly go to court whenever and get it resolved, or just pay it so you ain't even got to trip about going to court. That's kind of like what it is, but not exactly. So everything is being worked out between her lawyer and the judges and stuff like that. And Jag probably doesn't know until after they already made their decision. Just like before her court date for the 13th, where we were supposed to determine if she was incompetent, they had already made that decision. And I'm going to actually show you guys. Oh, that was me when I was sexy slim. That's wrong picture. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to do that. I promise you. So this document right here, let me turn off my camera. So on 5/10, they actually had already requested for the court date to be reset on June 13th. So they had already put this into motion. And you see Jacqueline Wright Johnson. You see down at the bottom, it was signed by her lawyer, Catherine Gold. That's actually her lawyer right there. So they had already worked this out to actually have it rescheduled while they work in the back end to try to help her out. Now, if you look down at the bottom, well, not all the way down at the bottom, but above the signature, you see diversion program plus mental health. This was actually supposed to be her plea deal, you guys. This was supposed to be like her plea deal thing. Now, this is what the plea deal was supposed to be. If Jag acts normal, she, go through the mental health diversion program and stuff like that, then she would have had all her charges actually dismissed. And she'd be able to get out of, she would have been able to get out of jail, and all her charges would have been dismissed. If she just acted cool, calm, collected, but with Jag, she got to do the dramatics and the extra. They actually, believe it or not, they didn't want to keep her in jail. They already knew, because let me tell you something about her lawyer, Catherine. Her lawyer, Catherine, is actually, she's a public defender, but she specializes in mental health. So this is her thing. So yeah, Jag might be a little this and that. Trust me, this lady had her license since 1993. You can look this up. This is public information. The lady had her license since 1993. She know what Jag is all about. She ain't surprised by any of this. So she's actually works in mental health. And so she was trying to get Jag to go into the diversion program and everything like that. But unfortunately, it didn't work out, because now she's recognized as being incompetent. Now, regarding her being incompetent, and you guys see right here, the one on top was the 5/12. That was the other one. That was the first one, right? And then the second court date was set for the 13th. But it already says, if you see in the comments, it says comp eval results. So they already have the results that she was incompetent. So there's not going to be a court date on the 13th. The whole thing about the 13th being the next court date, that court date is gone. So whatever her new court date is, we don't know what it's going to be. But as far as the 13th, Yeah, they got the results. And like I said, the lawyers and the judges are working behind the scenes where you don't even have to go to court or anything like that. So they probably already recognize that, this lady, well, on 512, they recognize that she was okay, she's incompetent. So we're going to go ahead and set another trial and do an evaluation. And so basically, those court dates are just placeholders. Those aren't the actual kind of like dates. That's probably just the information that we know, by the time they upload everything. So, at this time, um, Jag is pretty much just in there. Jag told us her two different options: either do the outpatient program where they find out if she's competent enough, or they try to get not find out. They try to get her to be competent as far as, shout out to our cousin Stephanie. Does she know what a judge is? Does she know what a lawyer is? Does she know what she pleading? Those kind of things. That's what it's for. And then the other option, she waits, and she said possibly 2 years to go to a mental ward, for the state. Now, something that you guys may not know about this is that 2-year minimum, she could be in there for longer. Now, the obstruction charge and stuff like that possibly could be about 10 years max. And so Jag could literally just be sitting in jail this whole time, not out or anything, for about 10 years. And then, like, the 10th year or whatever, because this time that she's waiting, this is time served. So those 10 years, after the 10 years, they have to let her go. Now, I hope it does not take 10 years, but they're not going to just expedite her into the hospital. She's going to wait her time in jail. And whenever they're ready, now something magically could happen and she could go there in the next couple of weeks. But if they don't have any place to put her, she can wait her whole time in jail. And, it could be longer than those 2 years. So it's really a sad situation. Hopefully her lawyer is working out that, hold on, right here. Still working on a plea deal after she's found, after she does tests and they can consider her competent. But for right now, she can't make any decisions as far as like a power of attorney, pleading guilty or not guilty. She can't change judges, even if, they say they want to use that GoFundMe to get her a new lawyer and stuff like that. She can't even do that, y'all. She is stuck. This is it. Sad situation, but this is it. There's no change, no nothing. She can't do anything until, she gets evaluated again and go through the process of trying to be a viable citizen. I'm saying it wrong, but they got to make sure she all right before she can even go to court and plead guilty or not guilty. Like, there's nothing literally she can do. She is just stuck in there. It's a sad situation. It really is. Right. She cannot make any. Yeah, Sharon, she cannot make any decisions, y'all. Nothing. Now, as far as medical, like, hey, I need a Band-Aid or something like that, or, some kind of surgery. Yeah, that's different. But as far as anything legal, she can't make any decisions. She tried to play in the competency doctor's face. Probably did that. This is crazy, right, Patricia? Wow, this is crazy. But she did some bizarre things and seems to not want to change for the better. Right, that's fair. You're right about that. And they're playing jail lawyer. You right, Miss T. You right. Thank you, Sin City. I appreciate that. Yes, hit that thumbs up button, you guys. Yeah, it's getting very. You're right, Susie. It's getting very real right now because she has no option. And I think too, you got to think about it. And I said this in the last episode. Jag out there saying whatever, talking crazy, just how she talked to us. She probably be talking to them the same way, and they probably are like, "Oh yeah, you ain't right in the head, so we gotta put you here." We gotta do this because that's the only option. And mind you, unless her lawyer thinks like, "Hey, the judge made a bad call," and and her and her lawyer talk about, hey, can we do try to overturn this, then yes, they can definitely try to overturn it. But from what I'm seeing, well, I don't know this for a fact, but what I can say is that more than likely her lawyer agrees with this decision. You got to remember, this is a public defender, but this woman, Catherine Gold, specializes in mental health. She specializes in mental health. So this lady is someone who knows the in and out. She's not just some Joe Schmo that they got off the street or something like that. This lady specializes in this. What's her two buddies on YouTube saying about this? Well, one of them was saying that it was a lie. Her bond wasn't on hold, and they were very in denial. Because somebody told me about it. I was like, no, they wouldn't say that because it's obvious that she's not getting out of jail. And then I was like, you know what? Let me watch it for myself. And they was, sitting down eating fried chicken and all like, oh, it's a lie. You can call the bonds right now and they can get out of jail, blah, blah, blah. And I think he wanted to be the one to break the news story, but it's all like, no, she's not getting out, homie. I ain't even trying to be funny, but yeah, she's not getting out. There's no bail for her. They definitely not going to let somebody who they consider incompetent out, Yeah. Yeah, Dana. Yeah, it's sad, but it's true, right? It's sad, but yeah. Oh, that's what confused me. Yeah. Yeah, that's not true. And I know in the chat y'all was eating up Toria. Y'all was like, Toria lying, block her and stuff like that. I respect, I love my old heads, so I'm not gonna cuss at my old heads. That's for old heads should fight with old heads. I don't want to disrespect my old head. So I seen the comment. I was like, oh, that's some bullshit. And I knew where it came from, but I was all like, nah, I ain't even going to get into that. She keeps hollering misdemeanor. A moving violation is a misdemeanor. She took it like it's a game. Right. And, it was something that was supposed to be dismissed. She was supposed to do the diversion mental health program, right? And it was going to be dismissed. Water under the bridge, right? But because of her actions, and as I understand, when she was in Louisiana, she had problems and she was put in the hole or whatever, you call it. So she didn't have an easy time. I think she definitely should have signed off on the extradition and went to Texas immediately instead of saying no. I think that wasted a lot of time of her saying no because she thought she was. The thing about Jag, and I think her friends kind of lead her on to believe that she knows more than what she does. They need to be honest with her and be like, hey, you need to listen to what these people saying because I don't know what's going on. And you obviously don't know what's going on. You need to listen to these people. At least listen to your lawyer who's trying to help you get you out of jail. Their content is drying up. They need to not enable her and let her focus. Yeah. Like I said, playing those phone calls and stuff like that, did it help? No. Did it hurt? I think it might have, but I can't say for a fact either if it helped or hurt. It really, well, obviously it didn't help, obviously. But it's a sad situation. Right? I agree. Jail is sometimes a mercy to help hold people accountable and humble their asses real quick, right? Hey, Starnique, thank you for coming. Yeah, I try to, because sometimes I'm not able to comment on everything. And so if somebody's talking, I just learn to throw up the heart. So that way you guys know I acknowledge y'all. So yeah, I just started, that's kind of like my signature now. Yeah, too busy talking, trying to control everything. You right. If she's talking about people on YouTube and Rock Nation harming her, she might as well tell them her imaginary friend is a unicorn. You ain't wrong about that, Yeah, she might as well, right? Yeah, that's why I said Jag screwed Jag. At the end of the day, no matter who or what, Jag screwed Jag. She didn't want to just play it cool. That's all you had to do was just play it cool. Just be like, hey, I'm gonna play it cool. I ain't gonna trip out. I'm gonna do my time. Da 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 da. She didn't want to do that. She is smart and knows how to manipulate her situation, is my opinion. Yeah, she too damn smart because it ended up backfiring on her. That's the thing. It ended up backfiring on her, and now she looking like, oh shit, what do I do? Like, what's going on? She definitely should have just followed whatever rules they wanted to give her, just suck it up and just be like, hey, it's cool. It's called Discovery. Right, right, right. I just know that he's back with his dad. I haven't reached out to Sam Senior on Instagram and like contacting him. Here's the thing about contacting. Well, sure, you know about contacting family. um, it's their personal life and whatever is going on with them. I just hope that it works out for the best, and I hope Sam Jr. is doing good. So maybe I will, one day. But for right now, I kind of just leave them alone and let them do their own thing. And if they want to come online and share their story, definitely they can. Hold on, let me try to catch up to some of y'all. What's up, Robin's Nest? No smart people are not in the slam. Hey, there could be some smart people that got caught though. But what if she got out and started this all over, running around, running wild? Yeah, that's a concern. It is. Interesting. They had a live with her, and she is in denial. Right? I believe she's in denial about everything. Someone told me that. I got a message saying that she moved into her own place. Definitely congratulations. I'm happy for her. Is she in a new place in Florida? I think that's perfect for her. What happened to Johnny Popcorn? I don't know what happened to Johnny Popcorn. You kind of do wonder, like, where are all her friends, or where are the people that care about her? And another thing too, has she called Sam Jr.? Has she called her mom? Or does she just waste her phone calls on the YouTubers that allegedly say they're going to get her out? Do we know if she talks to her mom or she talks to Sam Jr. at all, you guys? Because that would be my first thing. I'm going to talk to my family before I talk to anybody. You think he ever exists? No, just like that house in Louisiana. I don't think that ever existed, because what was you doing still in the hotel? What was you doing still in the hotel if you got a house in Louisiana and shit? She didn't have her mom's new number. Oh, okay. Damn, so you think they would keep her away? You know what? That's a good question. Do you think they would keep Jag's mom away from contacting Jag, even in jail? Because, I mean, what can her mom do while Jag is in jail? She can't really do anything. I can't imagine they would keep her away. Like, somebody would have to have given her the number, or at least her mom would be like, hey, I want to talk to, Jackie or whatever. Oh, hold on. Luciana said they changed their phone numbers, AT2. Oh, so she doesn't have a way of getting to them. Wow. What's up, Miss Curiosity? You didn't get a note. Oh, you know what? I noticed that like y'all are starting to come in slowly now, compared to like when I did the live earlier. Y'all were coming in like quick, but this one y'all coming in more slowly. And Legina. Oh, here we go. She's hell bent on getting even with DJ Genesis. Yeah, she got to let that go. I do know that DJ Genesis she did an interview with King World, Dookie Way, and she did another one with Walk It Like I Tuck It, Tulsa, right? And so My thing with Genesis, she might as well just get her own channel and be able to say whatever she needs to say. Because if she gonna keep on going on different people's channels and stuff like that, she might as well just, go ahead and get her own channel and start talking about whatever. Oh, you stopped watching, Angela? Yeah, I don't find it interesting anymore as far as like Angela or Legina. I'm just kind of like over that storyline. It's kind of like, it is what it is. Um, and I remember too, somebody corrected me because of going back to Genesis. I was all like, oh yeah, I think Genesis is saying that she didn't put Jag in jail. And then y'all was all like, no, she said that she was the cause of her going to jail. But again, Jag screwed Jag. Jag knew what she had to do. She knew that she had a court date. She knew that she had a warrant. She knew she was not supposed to leave the state. She knew this. Because even before this year, right? 2023, wasn't it 2016 she was in jail? And then before then she was in jail. Then before then she was in jail. Like, this woman knows the way jail works. Like, somebody like me, I ain't never been arrested. Knock on wood. I ain't never been arrested, so I don't know how things work. But okay, for example, speeding ticket. I know a speeding ticket, you got a failure to appear, you got to do walk-in court. Boom, do walk-in court, get it resolved, payment plan, all that stuff, right? But as far as going to jail and shit like that, I don't know anything about that. But somebody who has been to jail, you know the in and out, and you know what you're supposed to do. Am I wrong or am I right? That's her second. Oh, and Miss Curiosity. By the way, you can do the membership gifting. See, this is a regular live, so you can do the membership gifting. I forgot to remind, or did I remind you about it? Oh, you said I need to knock harder? Okay, I knocked harder. There we go. But yeah. But yeah, she knows the working, she knows the in and out of it. I don't believe that she was so dumbfounded when the cops showed up or whatever, because remember she was like, oh, did blah 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 call y'all? Like, how you knew I was here? She knew she was trying to avoid all that, and she was hoping that she could just kill time, and then when she moved into her new place, nobody would know where she. This is what I'm assuming, y'all. This is let me say this is what I'm assuming, and not that it's fact. I believe once they had finally found a place, she was going to move into that place, and she was never going to go back to court, y'all. She was never going to go back to court. Never. She had no plans on going to court. She was gonna leave. This is why she doesn't want to stay in Dallas. Remember, because she makes a big thing like, "Oh, I don't like Dallas." Da 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 da. But isn't her website called Dalladelphia? Isn't her website called Dalladelphia? So obviously you like Dallas because you named your website after the city. You know what I mean? So you obviously like Dallas enough. So, when you think about it, oh no, you trying to run. Just like if you notice, how come you never go back to Philadelphia? I'll wait. Why ain't she been back to Philly? Because she probably got warrants there. She used to live in California. Why haven't you been back here in California? Yes, it's expensive. Shut the hell up. I know. But, because she probably got warrants here. Where else did she used to live? I think she used to live in Florida. How come we haven't seen her back in Florida? Probably got warrants there. So what she's used to doing is Chicago. That's where she got arrested originally, right? Chicago. She got arrested there. How come she hasn't been back to Chicago? Well, she did, but then she acted a fool at the airport. She acted a fool at the airport, and then that's what happened. Then, it's sad. Mama Wright is in assisted living. AT2. No, their numbers are changed. Oh, she's in see, I told y'all she could get assisted living. I told y'all, put her in one of those senior places, especially she in Florida. I know they got a lot of senior places. Put her in one of them senior living places. Boom, she good, she fine. I'm happy for Mama Wright. She on her own. On my own. Yes, good for her mom, right? Her last BFF said she has warrants in Chicago, Philadelphia. Exactly, St. Hudson. That's why she can't go back there. Right. Bet she won't step foot in New York either, did he? Right. She used to live in New York. Why hasn't she went back to New York? I think she gets warrants and then she leaves. That's what she's used to doing. And that's why she's going to move to Atlanta. I mean, Louisiana. And then I bet you when she got arrested in Louisiana, she was then going to try to move somewhere else, probably Arizona. You know, she talked about Arizona a lot. She probably was going to try to find her way in Arizona. 82, all access to her mom's bank accounts have been changed. Good. I'm happy about that. 2 new accounts so that no one, yeah, because Goomba definitely don't need any access to any of the mama's accounts or anything. Let me catch up with you guys real quick. Get in the car, Salah. Get in the car. Oh, yeah, she has warrants in Alabama. See? Y'all already know what it is. She ain't good in no state. Damn it. Also, I did ask a friend, what's up, Wendy Lucas? I did ask a friend. Now, as far as Goomba, would Goomba ever be contacted regarding anything that's going on? So that question, they have no, oh, what's up, Crypto? They have no obligation to tell Goomba anything. Goomba is basically out of the picture. So yeah, they don't have to tell him anything. So basically all the information and everything stays with Jag. Because I was wondering, like, okay, she's incompetent, she can't do this, she can't do that. Like, is there anybody that they call and be like, hey, your family member is doing this and that? No. Legally, they don't have to say shit. They ain't gotta say nothing. That is sad. Did they get an official divorce? Hell, well, Sephora, for me, I don't even think they really married because they didn't finish the paperwork. I don't think they married, but everybody's saying, yo, they married. You ain't got to sign. It ain't got to be signed at the bottom or whatever. I don't. And then again, did he even file the paperwork? He keeps saying that he did, but did he even file it? I think that he be so full of shit, y'all. He be full of shit. You just never know. What's up, New York Chicken Wing? Goomba head be lying. Let me ask y'all because I'm very curious. Do you think that Goomba actually signed the paperwork? Put a 1 in the chat, yes. Put a 2 in the, or just tell me yes or no. Do you think that he filed the divorce paperwork? Let's go. Thank you, Nomad slash Crypto. I appreciate that. Oh, that's funny. Wasn't no marriage, so how can they divorce? Okay, so y'all don't even believe there was a marriage either. Okay, let me ask y'all this. Is somebody said who's saying husband said don't care? Okay, let's do another countdown. You know they get mad at me when I do countdowns, but this is my goddamn show. I can do a countdown, right? Oh, and by the way, when I do a countdown and y'all be putting 1 and 2 in the comment section, like for the replay crew, shout out to the replay crew. Can y'all please put like what y'all saying 1 and 2 to so I can comment because I don't know what y'all saying 1 and 2 to if you're watching the replay. So 30-second countdown. Do you believe that Jag and Goomba are legally married? Let's go. Okay, that was kind of in between. I'll meet you halfway. They're probably domestic partners. I'll say that, domestic partners. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, I think that might have I think that one was kind of in the middle. No, not legally married. Otherwise, his mom would have said something. Oh, I didn't think about that, V. No, I don't believe they are officially married. Miss Nika said no. Because here's my thing. I've never been married, even though I am the married motherless child. Never been married. But if I'm getting a divorce and people ask me, like, have you filed it? I'm gonna at least show you, like, yeah, I filed it. I filed it on this date. Like, I know the time, the date, I know the information, how long it's going to take, or, at least say, like, hey, I'm going through the process. Like, Goomba, wait, when people ask Goomba, like, did you file for divorce? He'd be like, oh, yeah, I did. It's already in the process. It's like, okay, but like, what did you exactly like? What kind of? I just don't like his answer that he gives us. Common law. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Common law. Yeah, they met off of POF. Oh, that says a lot. They were roommates only. Yeah. I don't think they was ever legally together, married. Yeah, they ain't nothing. Yeah, she would be all up in the VA mess, especially the hospitals, right? Because how come she didn't have any medical insurance or anything like that? You would think she would have some kind of coverage. And also, doesn't the VA help you with, as far as legal? Like, wouldn't she be able to get like a lawyer and stuff like that? I don't know that for a fact, but I'm just asking. Wouldn't she have been able to get assistance through there? Something ain't right, you guys. Something ain't right. That paperwork that paperwork didn't feel right. You know, that paperwork did not feel right at all. Something about that paperwork just seemed kind of off, and I was all like, I don't think they completed and granted, that's a good thing. Thank God they didn't complete it, because if they did, shit, it'd probably be worse off. He'd be legally binded to her, and that's why he can just act single and do whatever he wants to. He don't give a damn. Oh, is Goose really a veteran? Now I want to say he is a vet. I want to say he. Now I seen pictures. So I think he was a vet. Whether he was the chef, I don't know. Or was it Halloween? I don't know. What's up, Flip? They exchanged vows while smoking that fentanyl weed. Yeah, they were smoking the fentanyl weed. We don't know anything else, but they was probably exchanging fentanyl weed instead of their vows. That's all we know. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't shit. But y'all my people though. What's up, Bernice? Thank you for coming. St. Hudson said yes, he is. Okay, he is. So we'll respect that. Even though Poe King, he did kill Poe King. But anyway, ain't nothing with wait, hold on. Ain't nothing with Jag Wright. You right about that. What's up, Peppy? The VA and the federal government doesn't recognize common law marriages, right? And so they didn't legally get married, so that's why they don't recognize the common law marriage. That makes so much sense. Yeah, y'all, they wasn't married. They full of shit. They was not married. Bobby from Legends is the last. Right, Bobby. What's up, Sin? Yo, Bobby from Legends. I would love to get an interview with Bobby from Legends Barbershop. That would have been dope. I have no idea where he is. I think after that Fifi girl from Maury exposed him, I haven't heard anything. What about y'all? Have y'all heard anything from him since he quote unquote was exposed? And again, and this is no disrespect to Fifi, but I always just thought that was stupid. Like, why would you pay or waste someone's time to expose Goomba? What is there to expose about him? Like, who cares? Like, without Jag, who gives a fuck about him? I've never heard of them speak of their way. True. True. You know, they say, you know, she changed her name to Jaguar Wright Johnson, but I think you can just change your name on your ID. You know, you can just change your name on your ID. Like, I remember when I had an ID, it didn't have the suffix, then it did have the suffix, then it didn't have the suffix, you know, because I'm Andre Turner the second. So I think you could just change like those little small changes and stuff like that. I don't think it matters. Even when married, you don't have to add your spouse to your health benefits. I definitely didn't add mine to my ex-husband. Oh, so Paradise. So your ex-husband was dying and you didn't even put him on the, oh, you ain't right, Paradise. You ain't right. You cold-blooded. You like, you gotta get your own insurance. But yeah, when you add like a dependent on your insurance, your shit go up. So I don't blame you. Fifi, do you love me? Y'all got the jokes tonight. I love it. I love it. Oh man, I know the algorithm was a little slow at giving you guys notifications for my show and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the stuff that I said earlier just to catch some of you up so you guys don't have to hit the